So welcome back everyone, and yeah, last episode we built up this lovely little windmill and the land around it, which I think is looking pretty nice so far. So that was the chill episode, and today it's time for something not so chill. Today it's time for some end busting. So if you don't know, in the end you can get shulker shells to make shulker boxes, which are useful for expanding the storage. And so to do that, I always like to take an ender chest with a crafting table and some chests available so that we can start making that. There's also a lot of loot, and so it's good to take more storage so you can gather up the loot. I also take some wood, some logs, because I find it more efficient to go between the islands with slabs. I'll make another ender chest so that I can carry it with me. And I will also make some firework rockets so that when we get the elytra, we can experiment with it. We have a mending book, but we do not have an unbreaking book. Ooh, the multi-shot's quite good. So we'll just leave that just now. We can put a mending book on our elytra when we get it, and then we can try and get an unbreaking book. Maybe from a villager, maybe we expand our village a little more. But I think that's a good start to go. So yeah, let's head on our way. So we're back at the portal. We just gathered our stuff up and sorted it out, and on we go. Now we need to find the portal. There it is. These little portals will send you to the outer islands, and this one is dangerously over the void. Okay. Well, let's build up. I think this seems to be just generally a bad end spawn. Hopefully the cities will be kinder to us, but originally spawning right over the void. And then this portal also spawning over the void. Not looking forward to this. Okay, so we are vaguely safe. We should be able to use the trapdoor to push us down and hopefully through to a good spawn. On the land. Okay. Gonna take the coordinates here in case we need to get back. So I recently did this on a multiplayer server, and my goodness, it was a lot quicker and a lot easier on the multiplayer server. I think part of it is knowing someone else is there to rescue your stuff if you die. But yeah. Ooh, and we have our first city, but it doesn't look like it has a ship. Well, it might do. So the city has loot in it, and the ship has the elytra, which is really one of the main reasons we're here. So these little guys fire you up in the air, and they make a lot of noise. They also have these shells. And with 2 of these and a chest, you can make a shulker chest. So that is what we are here for. So these rooms, or these places, have different styles. Rooms, this one got some good loot in it. And we'll take the chest as well, actually. So what you can do is place a chest in the middle, shulker shell on either side, and there's your shulker box. So we can start by putting the loot in there. Okay, now there were some shells down here, so we should collect them. Another 3, that's good. And we'll work on to the next room and just work our way through. So 1 city done. Let's see if we can find another one. Once you've found 1 city with the boat, it's fairly easy to find more, because you just follow the back of the boat will point in the direction of another city. But finding that first one, always a little tricky. It's times like this I wish I had a better computer that I could chuck the render distance high on. I really hate doing this. It's the opposite of chill, but the shulkers that we get at the end and the elytra really do help speed up the process of building and exploration. So maybe we'll find that jungle after all. And out of the darkness comes another city, hopefully with a ship. Because my finger hurts doing all this crouching. Okay, let's see what loot they've got. Take these end rods because they look nice. Okay, more possibility of loot. Ooh, some diamonds. Okay. Okay, more loot. We don't need the beetroot seeds, but the diamonds are very welcome. And here we are. Should be just 1 shulker. And we can get the loot. And the wings. Yes. Nice. Okay. Well, let's sort out a bit more of our good loot. And there should be potions. Ah, yes. Instant health. And I will take the brewing stand as well, I think. And dangerous though it may be, I want this dragon head. Let's see what we've got. So we've got 14 shells, which would be enough for 7, so that'd be 8 shulker boxes that we could make. Which, you know what, I will make 1 more. Yeah, I think 1 more city will do it. Ideally, yeah, one with the boat. But that is looking like a good haul so far. Ooh, another ship. Okay. Well, let's do this. I'll be sick of planks by then, but looks like a big city as well. Ooh, and another one over there. Okay, double. Do get some good loot in here, I think. I think we just want to get a few more shulker shells. Yeah, I think we just want to get a few more shulker shells and then head home. So we're down back at the bottom of this one, and you know what? we have some good loot, and I think it's about time we head home. So let's sort this out. So I'm gonna put all my gear in this ender chest. I'm completely done. Nothing on me, and I think the quickest way back is just gonna jump off. It's all in the ender chest and we'll be safe, and I really can't be bothered finding another portal. So let's go. So we got quite a lot of good loot, and I think that it is a viable option for people to kind of speed to the nether and then to the end to kind of finish off the game in that way, and you get a bunch of good loot that way, armor and tools and everything, right? Whereas what we did, we took our time on it, and we've kind of got all the gear that we could want right now, apart from the elytra. And so most of what we've got here will be backup gear in case of death, or just to use in armor stands for decoration, right? Which is completely fine, I think. But it would be quite interesting to try and defeat the dragon and go to the end with very basic gear and get good gear that way round from the loot you can get in the end cities. Now I do have I think I have mending, right? And I need unbreaking for the elytra, but I will use the elytra at the end of this episode. But I want to get back and kind of show you the loot we got from a little bit of a end busting session. We can always go back if we need more, but I think we got enough shulker shells for about 10 shulker boxes, which should be more than enough for the scale of builds that I will be doing in this world. But that's kind of one more tick off the list of things I want to do and want to achieve, and so I feel like we're making good progress towards kind of getting this world in a state that I'm happy to move on into a 118 world. As I said before, my plan for 118 is to kind of focus on the SMP that I've been invited to and kind of do my main stuff in there. But I will keep this world, and I've seen in the latest snapshots they've been working on blending of terrain between old and new, and they've also been working on kind of getting the new fun terrain and the new caves underneath the bedrock. So the bedrock gets taken away, and in chunks you've already loaded, it seems, and you get the new caves, which is one of the reasons why I'd consider restarting the world, is I really would like the new terrain. But I think for me, it's not just the caves in this new release, but also the kind of the cliff side of it, and the not having to terraform as much, I think will be pretty important and pretty fun. And so I think for me, it's not just redoing the world or redoing a few chunks, and I wanted to have kept this base and the village as like my main areas, and so having that the new chunks around it might feel a bit weird, and I would like to move to bigger chunks and bigger caves and cliffs, right? And so I feel like if I've got a world that I'm happy with here, then maybe it's time to move on. But we'll see how it goes. We've still got a bit of time before, and also with the SMP I want to kind of give that enough time and enough focus, and I'm not sure if right now I have the time to do both a single player and a multiplayer. But I previously did the Build It Better series, and I want to continue with that. So there will be some single player content that comes out, mostly around designs, whether that's redstone style designs or whether that's building designs, and just kind of improving the game, improving myself at the game, I mean. And here we are, back at the windmill, back at the house. So this is all the goodies we've got. So we got chorus fruit, which means we can make purple blocks if we want. And we also got some end stone so that it can grow. we've got a couple of iron boots with depth strider, which is not too bad. We have protection for mending on diamond boots, which is nice. We have 1 elytra. We have, ooh, that's actually a very good shovel with silk touch. Fortune shovel. Diamond shovel with fortune. Yeah. That is just spare. And then in here we have a bunch of iron chest plates. Good iron armor, I think. A few diamond tools as well. Ooh, a frost walker. That might be quite fun. Another elytra. And some emeralds and diamonds, which is pretty good, right? So, and the dragon head, of course. And yeah, 20 shells. So we'll be able to build, have 13 boxes in total, which should be more than enough. So let's grab the elytra, grab some rockets, and let's take this for a spin. So I always get a bit confused by this, but you kind of double jump and right click and then you fly. So as we soar around, we can see our area from a higher vantage point, and this area is starting to look really nice with the farmlands and the mountain over there and our custom tree. And if we land up here, we get a great view. And so I think that's pretty much it so far for this episode. And we have our elytra, and we need a good supply of rockets. So I think what we might do is that mountain over there, continue to work on the texturing, but inside build an area to build a mob farm. And I think that might be the next episode we do, is clear out that area in there for a mob farm. But thank you so much for joining me in this end adventure, and yeah, thank you so much. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like and do consider subscribing if you are new, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.